Most people don't lose their freedom because someone takes it from them. They give it away slowly, one yes at a time. One sure that works for me. One swallowed opinion. 1 year spent living a life that looks right from the outside and feels like a borrowed coat on the inside. I used to think freedom meant being somewhere with no walls, open desert, open water, open sky. It took me a long time to understand, and the walls were never the problem. I was. There's a certain silence in the desert that doesn't exist anywhere else. No traffic, no feedback, no one watching to see if you're doing life correctly. The first time I spent real time out there, I expected to feel free immediately. Just open space, no obligations, done. Instead, I felt exposed. Because without anyone around to perform for, I had to sit with the question underneath everything. Who am I when nobody's grading me? Turns out, I didn't fully know. I had spent years building a version of myself that made sense to other people, acceptable, impressive, safe to approve of. Take away the audience and some of that version just didn't hold up. The desert didn't give me freedom. It removed the noise long enough for me to see I hadn't had it in the first place. Here's what the desert made me face. Many of us are not trapped by prison, poverty, or lack of choice. We are trapped by approval, by image, by the fear of disappointing people who only know the version of us that has been performing for years. I built a life like that. A life that made sense to everyone watching. Somewhere in the building, I stopped checking whether it made sense to me. That is not a character flaw. It's just what happens when nobody teaches you that the yes you keep giving is not free. Every one of them costs something. Most people do not notice the bill until it is very large. Then there was the caravan, Australia's red center, Kate, and almost nothing. From the outside, that looked like collapse. No house, no fixed income, no impressive answer to the question, so what to do now? Here's what nobody tells you about losing the scaffolding. The scaffolding was never holding you up. It was holding your image up. Strip that away, and you find out very quickly what was actually yours to begin with and what was only borrowed from other people's approval. In that caravan, stripped of everything, I used to prove I was doing fine. I found something I had not expected. Kate and I had less than we had ever had, and somehow we had more room to breathe than either of us had felt in years. No performance left to maintain, just the two of us and whatever was actually true. That is when I understood that freedom is not the absence of hardship. Some of the least free periods of my life looked comfortable from a distance. And that caravan, which looked like nothing to anyone driving past, was one of the freest places I have ever lived. Two more things confirmed it. Underwater, you cannot negotiate with reality. You cannot talk yourself into more air. You cannot talk yourself into being somewhere other than exactly where you are. It strips the same lie the desert stripped, the lie that you are fine when you are not. And in the air, paragliding, every illusion of control disappears. You are not controlling everything. You are reading forces bigger than your preferences and trusting your skill inside them. Both taught me the same thing from a different angle. Freedom was never about control, it's about honesty, knowing exactly where you stand and trusting yourself enough to move anyway. Freedom is not the absence of responsibility. Freedom is the return of self-ownership. It is about having no walls. And the deserts has no walls, and I still had to fight my way to something honest in it. It is about whether the life you are living is actually yours, chosen, not defaulted into, but not inherited from other people's expectations. The desert stripped my noise. The caravan stripped my scaffolding. Ocean and air confirmed what was already true. Each one took something away, and each time, what was left underneath was more me than what I had built on top of it. If this is landing somewhere, the book goes deeper. The desert, the caravan, and the year everything else came apart too. The first chapter is free. Link is below. I'll see you in the next one.